Hello everyone, I am back with another character creation in the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator. Today we're going to be looking at creating Kratos from the God of War series inside of the creator. So let's get started. I have been getting some feedback that you guys might want these videos in a shorter format where maybe I don't read over every single option that's here. So we're going to try something different today for the format. I'm going to show you the main settings and I'm not going to speak about everyone. I'm only going to speak about the ones that really have some changes to be made to. So for the first thing I always like to go through is the base head, which is base head number 3. And for the skin, we are doing skin number 38, skin color 49, wrinkles 50, skin sheen 20. Okay, so let's start jumping into these sliders. Like I said, we're going to go a little bit different on the format today. So I'm just going to open up the sliders, let you guys see what all the settings are. And then I'm just going to move on from category to category rather than listing off every single number that we have here. So you guys let me know if you like this format better than me reading off all of these values. And I'll kind of leave it up to you guys if this is the format that you want to go with. All right, so we got his lower body settings here. I'll keep those up for a second. All right, and then we're going to move on to his posture settings. I got him up in a nice little Chad position here. I'll show you what it looks like with a preview of his armor. Obviously, as always, feel free to make changes on any of these sliders that you guys feel are necessary. He is your character after all. You don't need to have an exact copy. There's his brow settings. We got him in that nice furrowed position. Feel free to play around with these eye settings if you want to get his eyes smaller or bigger. I've got the squints all the way up on that. His nose was a difficult feature to nail down. Unfortunately, we can't get a replica of his nose because he has such a unique nose model. They don't have anything like it in this game, or at least that you can modify to get to that point. So I did the best with the nose that I could. There's the ear settings for you guys. Here are the cheeks. Another setting that you might want to play around with how much you want his cheeks to puff out or how much you want them to sink in. You can play around with the depth and the bulge to change that up. Here's the mouth settings. You can only see his lower lip, so that's the main setting you're going to want to play with. All right, and here is the jaw and chin. For the most part, you're not going to see these unless you change the facial hair. So if you do change the facial hair, feel free to change these up. Otherwise, you're just going to be kind of moving the beard around just a little bit whenever you make changes there. For hairstyle, obviously we were bald, so we don't have any hair. Eyebrows are at number 8, color 66. Facial hair, I went with the number 6 beard. You could play around with the beards. There's a couple other options that you could go with in here, depending if you want to change up his look. Number 6 is the one that matches closely. I did not give him any body hair. Feel free to do that if you want. Here are his eye settings. One thing I actually did do on him is I ended up changing his sclera. Normally I leave this default. The original artist's creation of him has him having kind of more of a yellower eye. So I went ahead and did that as well on mine. The eyelashes should be the defaults. For the eyeshadow, we want to darken up his eyes, so we use the number 2 eyeshadow. You can go ahead and look at those settings there. We'll keep moving through these. We got eyeliner on as well to darken up the inner portion of his eyes. We got no freckles, nothing done to cheeks. I've done nothing to the lips, and his teeth are all normal as well. Now, here's the big fun part, the tattoos. So for the first body tattoo, that's going to be the one I have on his chest right here. It goes onto his back as well. Now, obviously, these aren't going to be an exact copy of the tattoos that he has, but this was the closest we could get. So it's going to be tattoo number 1, color 25. And then I'll leave these numbers up for you guys to see them real quick here for this main tattoo. And then for the second tattoo, that's going to be the one up on his head here. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it perfect. You are going to see this little bit of spare part of the tattoo coming over to the left here, but I did the best that I could to get this to only be over this part of his forehead and eye. Now normally it would go down like the back of his neck and onto his back, but I couldn't find a good way of getting a circle tattoo to recreate that without looking really weird on other parts of the body. So it's tattoo 63, color 25, and you can see the rest of the tattoo settings there. I've left them up for a while on that one, so go ahead and move on. The only other tattoo that we have now is on the left arm. We have it coming up over his bicep area here. I went with another circle tattoo here. I'll leave those values up for you to see for a little bit here. Change the camera up, or the lighting up, so you can see. Now, as always, you're not going to get an exact replica of what these look like on him, but I did my best to keep them accurate. All right, and then we've got 2 body scars. The first body scar is going to be the one that goes over his eye here. That's the number 11 body scar. So I'll let you guys see those values real quick. You can change up that scar to a different type if you want to play around, but I found the number 11 works great for going over eyes. All right. And then the second body scar is the one going over his abdominal area. And I went with the number 7 for this one. You could also play with the number 6 and the number 5. You'll just have to change up the thicknesses or the scaling to get the thickness right for that. And that's going to be it. That is our Kratos. Let me know if you guys like this shortened format better, where I don't go over every single value and read them out loud. I know some people might not have more than one monitor or something, which is why I usually read them out loud, but I figured I'd try this way instead to see if you guys like it. So let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Dragon's Dogma is coming out tonight. I'm trying to get down a couple of more characters if I can before it releases, so you guys will have some options to create your character. I've got plenty on my channel. Feel free to check them out. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Take care and see you in another episode. Deuces.